Hey guys and girls, welcome back to OzMTG. I'm Greg, this is Tim, and today we're going to be opening some OP2 from One Piece. This set is due to release tomorrow, so we'll get some first looks at it. Let's go. So one thing that we have looked at opening these as singles as a store is that we've noticed that the boxes seem to be fairly mapped. So on the top right hand one, we found that in 90% of our boxes had the one special Don per pack, which is the one with Shanks on it.
Yep.
And then we found that the bottom left on average had the super rare, ultra rare card, the one per box card that you guaranteed. So that happened in 90% of the packs that we've opened so far. So it's a little bit of an interesting thing to know, to see if that's something that is in every pack or every box. I would suggest if you're an LGS, when you're giving out prizes, mix the actual boxes up as prizes.
Shuffle.
Yeah, don't let people see, mix them up. Don't put the boxes on the shelf as they are, because if they get searched, I think that these are going to be a very highly mapped. We've also noticed that on average, you will get 2 of every common. Like each common you do get in the box, so you don't get all the commons, but you get most of the commons in the box. You'll get 2 of every single one of them. It's pretty much bang on every single time we've done it.
That's pretty good.
Same with the uncommon. It is good and isn't good. It shows that you're basically going just for the super ultra rares.
Yeah.
So in this one, the $1,000+ card will be the ace in the manga artwork. So we'll see what happens. But the one cool thing about these new packs is you do get what they call a revision pack and a box promotion pack.
Ooh.
So the promo pack is cool. So it's one of, I think there's, from memory, 7 or something, 6 different types. So this can be one of 6. So we'll see what we got today. Oh, we got Tashigi. So that's cool.
Nice.
So that's the promo box topper. Now what this revision card packs, this has 7 cards from the original structured decks, from the 4 original structured decks that came out.
Is that the
which
ones
are really
with
hard
the
to get.
stamped?
No, they were the pre-release, but they also
Yeah.
brought them out as a regular structured deck afterwards.
Yep.
There are 7 cards from 33 different types, and there are 5 predetermined orders. So so while there's 33 cards, you've got 5 different versions of this pack. So we've got the Monkey D. Luffy leader card, the Kaido,
Nice.
1000 Sunny, the Jewel Bonnie, Gecko Moria, Love Love Mellow, Brachio Bomber. So that's cool that they're doing that, because those kind of cards are extra cards that people need.
Yeah.
And you would buy a lot of those beginning decks to pull them apart, obviously mesh a lot of the rares in that together. Unfortunately, we don't have access to a lot of those decks. They were very short release, so it's nice to get some more cards. So what we'll do, we'll see if this one has the Don. So this pack here on the first right should be the pack with the special Don in it.
So do you think the revision pack will make some of those card prices tank a little bit because they are reprinting them?
No, they're just needed. So they're like a lot of the ones that you need. There are some junk in there. So Wonder, Frankie, Shigi Regular, Hydra, Imperial, Brook, Buggy. All right, so this one didn't have the Don in the front right, but what we will do is we will go all the way down the bottom here, and we will go to the last pack I've just pulled out, last pack from here.
Yep. So
And let's see, bottom left pack. Let's see if this one does. Like I said, it happened in about 90% of the packs. So let's see if this one's probably might not do it. You never know.
Yeah.
It might be one of the very few, but it was, like I said, in the 6 or 7 so that we've opened already, it was all the same. So we'll see. Kinemon, Monkey. Oh, this one was not. So this one, okay. So this one's a different pack, which will be interesting because we might get more of the ultra rares or that.
Okay.
We'll see what happens. Oh, here looks something interesting to the back. So
weird question. Why is it OP1, OP2? Is that just each release?
This is the new second release.
Okay. So rather than saying, what was the first one? Rose Dawn?
Oh, here we go. Portuguese Ace. So that's that's the middle version, the variant. So that's still going to be a used card. That's a cool card. Put him Ace to the side. Yeah, so this is Paramount War. So this is the set of, this is set in the anime and manga Paramount War arc. So One Piece is set in lots of arcs.
Yep.
That's how they call them. It's basically series. And so this is the arc for Paramount Dawn, Seaquake. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is our. So this is our ultra rare. So Kazuki Odin, not one of the big hitters at the start, but very, very cool card. All right, so that's technically the one guarantee. So you get one guarantee ultra. So they are very mapped regardless of what they do with them anyway. So they're going to be one of those things where you don't get very many boxes. We haven't got a single box with extra ultras.
Okay.
So it's very interesting. Sengoku, Marco. Okay. But what you're looking for is the different alts, like the Portuguese Ace is the one. There should be about four or five of those in every pack, every box. Yeah, so it's an interesting set. This set release brings out the color of black. So black's a new theme or a new color. Tony Chopper, my favorite card. Shiki, Kobe. So black is more. Black has weird things like cost reduction. So there's a lot of cards in the game that will kill a creature of X or less, like X amount of Don or power or less. What black will do is black will reduce the cost of that permanent on the battlefield, so you can then kill it
easier.
Whereas you wouldn't be able to normally target it. There we go. Oh, there you go, Boslano. Okay,
so they're introducing more mechanics into it now.
Yeah, more colors. It's like, for example, in our Magic players, it's like, they've introduced a new color. They put in purple.
That's cool.
The old purple.
So how are you finding your communities reacting to this? Is it great to upgrade their decks with it? Are they enjoying this set?
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Monkey D. Luffy. Oh,
wow.
Cool.
That's
Monkey.
cool.
That's a cool one. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool artwork. I'm personally collecting the monkey. Communities are definitely. It's going to be interesting. It will drastically change the meta. Technically, every set's going to change the meta when it comes out because there's only 2 sets.
Yeah.
So it will vary the sets and balances and all that kind of thing will vastly change when you bring out any new meta or any new set. It does in Magic indeed, but it also Gum Rain. Yeah.
Love the names.
They always look really special. The counters and that.
Yep.
The event cards, they look a lot more special than they are, but that's the special artworks.
Yeah.
So the events always look like super. You're like, I got something in the eye. It's an event card, which are great, but they look like they're one of the special rares, special rare cards, and you're like, oh dang it. So it is more interesting. Obviously, it's a bit more dynamic. It adds a different way you can play the game. With any color or any variant in the game, it creates new strategies. Like I said, before, if something was X of it so big, it was very, very hard to remove it. So the only way to remove it would be if they attacked with it, and then you could attack it and beat the 6,000 the power.
Yep.
That's the only way to get rid of some things.
Yep.
Now it's like, okay, well, if you're black, you could reduce it, use a spell that could kill a smaller creature because you've made it smaller. Yep. So it's pretty cool. It's a very unique mechanic. It's very interesting. Turn chopper, carrot. Here we go. So there's the Shanks.
Yep.
Don. So we'll put the Shanks Don apart. So you get one of those per box.
Okay.
We've never got a error box or anything with more than one of those. So that's why I say so. This, as a collector, so for One Piece, I suppose I bought One Piece OP1 and actually this release OP2 at the store personally for myself. So I dropped all the money on all the stock because it wasn't a game that people were even looking at when you had to pre-order this stuff more than 6 months ago. The end of pre-order for this stuff was 6 months. So the game hadn't even come out. No one had been playing it. No one had been talking about it, at least online, very rarely. So I bought the stock because I'm into One Piece. I love the anime, and I've watched it for a long time. Although I'm only up to about episode 750, so I'm about 300-ish episodes behind now. I've watched it for a couple of years, but that's the cool thing about One Piece. You don't watch for a couple of years, then you can just binge watch it. Edward Newgate, little Sadie. So as a collector, like I've got some OP1 and I've got some original stuff, and which is OP1, and all that's sealed and put away in those little the little cases, which I've never done with Magic before. Like I collect Magic and all that kind of thing, but I've never really put it away in like the clear cases. And so for me, it was an interesting thing. For our LGS, for example, with these cards, I take the ones I like and then I don't actually donate them back to the store so that our player base can have some cards that they might not be able to get hold of. All the rest of the stock we've donated at my store instead of me taking it, because we've had a community grow because we started an event there. I played their not the super pre-release, the pre-super pre-release. So there was a release before the super pre-release, and I got those decks and we played all that. Oh, here we go. Ooh. Oh, I got two ultra rares.
Wow. That's really nice.
Sakazuki, wow.
And is his fist?
Yeah, his fist is textured, so he's cool. Textured. So that actually is a very, very good box, because you normally don't get two of those in a box.
Okay.
So this is a very good box. I don't know what quality those two particular are, but who knows?
They're nice.
So yeah, the communities are well received. There are smaller communities, but it is only a starting up game. It is definitely, if you like One Piece, it's an interesting game. It's a little bit different than everything. It'll see how we go. They've had some good Treasure Cup events. The promos are worth crazy money for this stuff.
Is there good in-store support for this?
Edward Newgate, there we go. Yes, yeah. There's a lot of promos, so the promos are pretty good.
Yep.
They don't do like pre-release kits or anything like Magic does, which is a bit of a negative. So you just play it with regular draft boosters, which is not as cool of a thing. I personally think, although they do give a lot of promos, they do run a lot of competitive. It is a competitive card game. It's not like casual Commander. You don't play this casually. You play this to win. But, oh, here we go, Kazan. Wow, this is a really good box. I've got a lot of the Ultras and Secrets. So, yeah, this is a very competitive game. This is designed to play and beat your mates, and there is a winner, and you play tournaments. We run it every week. While we are massive in a lot of other games, we're still getting a pod of 8 people every week playing One Piece. And it is growing. One of the biggest things with One Piece was, like I was saying, because there was no forewarning how big it was going to be, or that you had to order the stock so far in advance. They do the very Japanese thing with like every kind of release, you must order the stock 6 months in advance. Just absolutely stupid.
Yep.
Which really affects. Oh, that's a cool card. That's a mad card. It looks awesome.
Wow.
It is only an event, but it looks really, really cool.
Their red foiling is actually really nice.
Yeah.
I've got to say that. It's very bold and
so
nice contrast.
Yeah, it's beautiful card. The card stock's nice. They don't curl or anything. But yeah, because you have to order stuff so far in advance, like the Japanese, like Digimon and all the Y Schwartz and all that kind of thing, they do that too. It's really hard to gauge what kind of size your community will be at that point. Oh wow, Suzuki again! Oh my god, wow!
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's some good cards. So it is really, really hard to know how big your community is going to be. And as an LGS, you can't just drop $10,000 on a card game that's untested and unheard of, even with a strong IP like One Piece.
Yep.
So, like I said, I put $1,500 down of my own money. I was like, look, I'll just pay $1,500 for each release because I want to open those cards. And in the end, I was lucky I did, because we were able to create it. We didn't end up with the cards, unfortunately, but we were able to create a community around it, which is slowly doing. But in saying that, even with what I bought, it's not enough to make a big community. Yeah. So you can't have, like, when OP1 released, we had to use all the boxes for prizes, for prize support, because there's no prize support apart from the promos you get from them.
Yeah.
Also, if you want to draft, well, there's no draft boxes or anything like that. We only had.
So it's almost like a all or nothing in your game's LGS. You basically had to dump a whole heap into it to try to make it grow.
Which a lot of people did. Oh my god!
Wow,
that's another secret. Oh my god!
Wow,
that's cool. That is 3 of the
and is that the
secret rares?
Is that black as well?
That is a black. That is a new one.
Cool.
That is.
Killer box.
3 in 1. I don't think I've ever seen 3 secret rares in one. That's the ultra rare, the variant. So, look, you want the Luffy. The Ace de Portuguese in the manga art. That's the $1,000 card. But 3 of these in card. This is going to be great. I'm going to be able to give back to the community, and they're going to be able to, get some really, really cool, powerful cards. Seaquake, they just look so good. They just look so awesome.
I mean, even the raised foiling, like they've done an amazing job. They've like picked up all the edges of the coats and stuff like that, so it really makes it pop. Like it's
they've done a very, very good job on the quality of these cards and the way that they're designed. They're not just superfluous in the way that they foil and do a random effect in a random spot. It's very Pokemon-ish. It's very Japanese. Attention to detail. Just Whitebeard Pirates, Monkey D. Luffy, and Imperial Ivankov. Hey, that's gonna be a cool commander. The version of that has a big face. It's hilarious. I pulled it yesterday. Yeah, it was really, really cool. So let's go through the regulars. So we got Ivankov, Sasuke, Kazan, Edward Newgate. Obviously, you're done with Shanks on it. Monkey D. Luffy in the blue. Bossolino and Portuguese D. Ace. That's pretty good. Like that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is great for a box. And then what I've never ever seen before in one box is 3 of the secret rares. So we got Kazuki Odon. So you've got the foiling, the etching around it on the shiny, the little spurs that go out. We've got Suzuki, which has the foiling on the fist. And you got Kazan, which has the foiling basically on the coat and everywhere, all over. Like it's got a lot of different. This one's got a lot of different textured foilings and raised areas where the others are a bit more.
It's more like
lax.
Concentrated for impact.
But yeah, that's an amazing box. I have not seen 3 secret rares in a single box that we pulled. It's guaranteed 1. So that's amazing. So that was a great box that I got for myself. This was my personal box.
You got 10 as well. There's 24 in a box. So every second pack you're pulling fire, which is pretty cool.
That was a great box. So just remember, like I said, while this box was not, this was definitely a very weird box. 90% of the boxes that we did find, as you look into the box, top right, Don, bottom left, secret rare, has been 90% of the boxes. This was obviously an error box, a weird one, but just as an LGS, just make sure you don't want people pulling out the top thing. Make sure you just shuffle them and tell everyone you shuffled them. Just makes it a bit more fairer. You'll be able to sell the rest of the box, especially I know with Magic, for example, had the Phyrexian pre-releases. On the back of them they had the number, the different serial number, and we had many people ask about, can I have a look at all your pre-releases? And you're like, no. So look, and I know people want to opportunistic, but look, stores and people who design things like this shouldn't do things like that. It should be completely random. It's a bit more fun when you're pulling it. This box was a lot more fun than some of the other ones I did because I didn't pull the two cool cards in the first 2 packs. Or know that I was going to pull it last or whatever. It just made it a bit boring. So this was cool. So hope everyone enjoys. Make sure you have some good pre-release events. And if you haven't already got booked into one months ago, you're probably going to miss out, unfortunately. I believe there's in Australia, at least there's a second wave of OP2 if you miss out in the first wave. There should be a little bit more stock, definitely a lot more stock than OP1. Still, it's not a lot of stock and everywhere's pretty much sold out for as far as I can see. Good luck trying to get your box and see you next time.